Hi, I'm Manveen Rana, Innovations Editor here at Hub Culture at Davos 2024, and I'm delighted to be joined by an old friend of the Hub, one who's here every single year and has been for the last 15 years, Lucian Tarnowski. Lucian, how are you?
So good. Such a pleasure to be back here. It's the 15th interview
That's quite
in a row.
Something.
Yeah.
So tell us, what have you been up to since you were last here talking to us?
So last year I shared the initial vision of United Planet, which is, what if we were to find the most visionary, capable change makers from around the world to come together to step outside of this moment of crisis that we're in, to step into a future that they can imagine, that they can envision, that they can work towards.
Yeah.
And from that place, tell the story first and foremost, and then reverse engineer the strategy to get there. And I'm really pleased to say it's going great. We've had games all over the world, from Antarctica to Bali to Egypt to lots in Ibiza.
Now here
communities
in Davos?
Here in Davos, the Magic
Excellent.
Mountain. It's we're celebrating the 100th anniversary of
I'm so glad somebody brought up the book.
Yeah, right. Thomas Mann's
Nobody
book.
here seems to talk about it.
So that's the name of the UP.Game here in Davos, is Magic Mountain, because it's 100 years since Thomas Mann wrote that book.
Yeah.
And it really put Davos on the map as a place of transformation and healing.
Healing, yeah.
Yeah. And that's what we're, I believe, all here to do.
Global healing.
Yeah, global healing, planetary healing, that starting from wholeness rather than starting from a broken system that isn't serving, it isn't working. And it's my 16th Davos, and I've seen the change here where in the beginning talking about systems change was like, a big no-no. We had to do it in hushed corners. Whereas now it's getting way more front and center, and it's really obvious. It's time.
It's time.
Because, the systems we're operating are fundamentally broken. They're extractive, they're based on greed, and we don't need to tweak those systems. We need a fundamental redesign. But the good news is we have so many solutions, and we have incredible people around the world dedicating their lives to it. And now we have unbelievable exponential technologies that, rather than approaching them with fear and concern and dystopia, we can actually embrace those technologies to design a planetary civilization that works for 100% of all life.
That's amazing. Now, this is obviously a huge work in progress. Just give us like a very quick summary of some of the best things you've seen in this collective future.
Yeah, well,
a hint of some of the things that might come.
Yeah, so I'll give three. So one is the game itself. So Buckminster Fuller was a great visionary. He talked about in 1961 a global game that would gamify every aspect of our world to be redesigned to work for all life. So that's the first and foremost. We expect gamification, expect play, expect the transformation of how we design the future to become a participatory game that everyone on the planet can join.
Yeah.
Number two, language. Language is a great opportunity for us to upgrade and create this planetary language that all of us can participate in, that goes beyond the spoken word, that we can start to communicate with all Gaian life. And we've already seen this year AI beginning communications with whales. So we call that Gaian language. Everyone that participates in the United Planet, everybody that's a citizen of the United Planet is a Gaian. And so that identity is so important, and identity and language go together. And three, it's play. It's that this celebration that the crisis isn't motivating people. In fact, it's conquering people with dystopia and apathy.
Yeah.
And what we need is pathways of potential. We need to identify which are the thriving routes for the future, and then reverse engineer how to get there. And I would say that one of the big changes we'll see just this decade is a completely new design of the application of money. Completely redesigning how we value contributions to the delivery of what we must achieve as a planetary species.
That's fantastic. Huge vision of what's to come. Lucian, thanks very much for joining us here in Davos. I'm Manveen Rana.
Thank you.